ready?
Yep.
Joined now by Syracuse head coach Lynn Farquhar after a 2-1 overtime loss to number 20 Wake. A quick opening statement from Coach, then we'll take questions. Coach?
Yeah, not the way we wanted to start off at home. And sometimes that's unfortunately a part of the process. You got to feel it and figure out how badly do you want something. So we'll soak it in for tonight and then back tomorrow for a new day.
Questions?
Sir, yeah. You guys were outshot 15-6 today. A big part of success in your guys' first 6 games was outshooting the opponent. What specifically gave you guys trouble today?
We had opportunities. An opportunity doesn't mean much though unless you go after it. I think that was unfortunately the piece that was missing.
Yeah, and then follow up to that, how can you eliminate the penalties and turnovers going forward, as there were some throughout the match today?
Yeah, I'll have an opportunity to go back and look at film. I think sometimes there's an optics of a game. Our officiating is hard for hockey. You collect a lot of information and a lot of it is gray. You pick do you agree, do you disagree? At the end of the day though, the optics matter. And if we have the ball, we don't get ourselves in those scenarios.
Yeah, and then final question. Before Sunday's game against Virginia, Virginia also really highly ranked. What's kind of a main thing you're going to be working on in practice before the game?
Yeah, be better. And this game was the circle edge, and I think the stats don't match probably what you'd see possession-wise. However, that's the piece of the game that matters, and we have to kick it in gear in the 25s.
Thank you.
Sydney Chan with Citrus TV. Speaking of officiating, it seemed like there were a lot of, controversial calls. What do you think the officiating had to do with the result of the game?
Yeah, our job is to not have it impact our game, and we got to figure out what that looks like. Again, if we have the ball and we finish our moments, then we don't put that to question. If it does, you have your goals. So I'll leave it at that, and we'll work on what we can control, and I'll take care of them.
A word you mentioned a lot in press conferences throughout the season and also post games was grit. What do you think your team showed through grit in this game, and how much more grit they have to bring to Sunday?
Yeah, that's a good question, right? I think you felt the scales tip today, and there's a difference with grit. There's a composure to it, and I think that's the edge piece, and that needs to show up.
And a little bit not as related to the game, Liz Stonga was out of the game today, and Sammy Goin was back. Can you talk a little bit about their injury updates?
Sammy's been rotating the whole way through, and then we play team sport for a reason, and we have to be able to compete our strongest no matter what happens. And the beauty is we have the people to do so. So when the opportunity comes, it's our job to make sure that we fill those roles.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it seemed like you guys had possession for the majority of the day, but when you actually look at the shots, it tells a different story. What are you going to work on before Virginia to make sure possession turns into those attacking chances which are converted?
Yeah, and this is our first time back home in a while, right? Again, this is a new group, so we started strong, wonderful. It's the beginning of the year. This is about growth. So I didn't expect, there's only a few teams that go undefeated all season in any sport. It's quite rare. There's valuable lessons in today. So yeah, we know we control the game. We did that, and we have to be better in the 25s.
Anybody else?
What's the main thing you're going to be focusing on heading into Sunday?
25s.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Coach.